sila to explain, I'll accept that. Pero kung 2-3 years na parating late, wala, delayed, and then hindi natin masagot, I'm not saying hindi nyo masasagot, of course, I'll ask you. I don't mind you having a computer, obviously you prepared today, but there are certain questions that are there. No? So Mr. Secretary, siguro din para if it's a yes or no question, please give me a yes or no, then you can explain. Now, if it's not a yes or no question, just tell me that's not a yes or no question. Because by training, I am a lawyer. So kung hindi tayo mag-agree, for example, kung totoo o hindi yung no billing, I will ask you preliminary questions to lay the basis. Totoo ba na ito policy? Yes or kasi kung hindi yun ang policy din, no? Kung yun ang policy, yes, no? So anyway, Mr. President, with your permission, with the permission of the Secretary, we had, and of course Senator Pia, we had a long discussion last year on stunting. And he even came to see me in my office, and I honor you for that. At sinabi mo mga may bagong programa, we will have some progress next year. And paulit-ulit ko sinasabi yung sinabi ng isa sa pinakamatalino. Tingin ko hindi naman siya pinakamatalino dahil si Solomon ang on record na wisest, but isa sa pinakamatalino sa ating mundo ay si Einstein. At sabi ni Albert Einstein, kung paulit-ulit nating ginagawa and we expect a different result, that is insanity. Or some sa Facebook say that's stupidity. So I don't want people to call the Philippine government, the Senate, the DOH as stupid if and in this case sa stunting hindi lang DOH to, this is a whole of government approach dapat. Pero kailangan may timon. So hindi pwedeng several years na almost 30% of our people, of our children are endangered of stunting. Tapos we just say nagdagdag pondo here or ganyan. So gusto ko lang sanang himayin yon. So I'll give you the first chance, Secretary. Can you say what you want about stunting and how we're addressing it, please, sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. For our stunting rates, when I came in, it was a very high 27%, and we're trying to lower it to at least 20%, 19%. The latest statistics show that we have some success. What we have done, what my predecessor has done, was actually to take on a World Bank loan called the Philippine Multisectoral Nutrition Project. It was a pilot project to use digitalization and to use different sectors, DSWD, DA, DOH, to actually address the problem of stunting in the Philippines. So that project is about to end. We are actually proposing a continuation of the multisectoral project. In fact, that project, nanganak na po, meron na rin yung Zero Hunger Coalition, yung DSWD. Kapartner po namin ang DSWD, Mr. President, in trying to lower stunting rates. So, ang idea here is that the Department of Health is able to address the people that are the children that are from the time of the womb, the first 1,000 days, all the way to 2 years old, magkaroon na sila ng proper feeding. So yung buntis pa lang, binibigyan na ng proper nutritions, micronutrients. Sa pag lumabas yung bata, mabigay lahat ng bakuna para hindi sila magkaroon ng sakit at lalong pumayat. And then dinagdag na rin namin yung programa on water, sanitation, and hygiene because many kids, even if they're given proper nutrition, they end up with chronic diarrhea, which also leads again to stunting and weight loss. So yan po, in-adjust yung Mr. President, yung ating ginagawang programa for stunting in the Philippines.
Yes. Mr. President, of course, I recognize yung any success. No? I mean, hindi to parang sports na parang dati talo kami ng 30 points, ngayon talo na lang kami ng 20 points. Talo ka pa rin. Dito, kahit hindi statistic, every single mother, every single child that is removed from the list na endangered, we appreciate that. No? Having said that, syempre, titignan natin kung may programa talaga that will get rid of or beat the stunting. No? Before that, Mr. President, I'd just like to acknowledge also Dr. Edwin Mercado and thank him for patiently going through with my staff certain things, making us understand better the process, and we'll go to that later, Mr. Secretary, yung PhilHealth. No? So, Mr. Secretary, linawin natin yung statistics sa stunting para klaro sa ating mga kababayan. So, yung endangered na stunting, ilan %? Or what are the categories of the statistics? Meron yung tinatawag na prevalence po, di ba?
Mr. President, we have the prevalence of stunting among children under 5, and this is a study all the way from way back to 1989, wherein we had figures as high as 44.5%. Today, it's now 17.9% stunting. So
That's from what?
Ay,
'Cause my
I'm
statistic
sorry,
is
this is
23%.
23.6.
23.6.
Then
yes.
23.6. So the projection is to 17.9 by 2028 by the time
Well,
this administration ends.
That will be great if that happens, no? But that's why we are asking questions now so that pare-pareho tayong may confidence that yun yung trajectory, no? So yung prevalence, please define. So kasi yung endangered potential, klaro yon, di ba?
Oo.
So kung sasabihin mong 80% of smokers might get, we know what that means, no? So in my readings, between 30 to 33% of Filipinos are endangered. Di ba? So I guess it's also the environment, poverty, di ba, malnutrition in the area, di ba? Pero malayo naman yung statistics ng prevalence dun sa potential na ma-stunt. But of course, we still have to look at yung potential kasi parang 4Ps lang yan eh.
Correct.
Naka-recover na, pero nagkaroon ng baha, nagkaroon ng bagyo, nagkaroon ng sunog, balik to square one yon, di ba? So pag sinabing potential, let's say, kung ang barn halimbawa gumaganda yung health, pero God forbid magkagulo, babalik na naman yung rate nung stunting, no? So sa pag sinabing prevalence, anong ibig sabihin? Yun na yung stunted at that time or what?
Yes, Mr. President. Pag prevalence, it's the number of kids that are stunted. So pag sinabing 23.6%, so all under 5 kids, meron tayong 2 out of 10 kids na stunted.
Since I'm not a doctor, but you and Dr. Mercado are doctors, respected doctors, tell us a little bit about stunting, no? What is it, and then at what age nagiging irreversible? And when you say irreversible, is it both the physical or pati sa mental?
That's correct, no? So, inaral na rin to nung EDCOM, I think a committee that was created, a commission that was created by the Senate. So the problem of stunting is not only physical. So stunted, we have kids that don't grow very tall, no? So we have people in the remote provinces that are only up to 4'11" or even 5 feet, and they're adults already. But the real impact on stunting is really brain stunting. So the brain develops at a younger age. So it stops growing after 6'5" at its 7 years old. So if we're unable to grow the brain to the proper size, nagkakaroon ng learning difficulties in school. I think the EDCOM was trying to study the root cause of why we have learning difficulties and that why we were lowest in Southeast Asia in the cognitive. So yung cognitive is the learning capability. So if the kid is stunted, the brain also doesn't develop, Mr. President, and then of course the brain becomes smaller. So it's not the physical height, it's like the outward appearance na yung bata stunted. Problem is, naayos ba yung brain development niya so that even if we give them education, good public primary education, hindi natututo, they have difficulty in school. So yun yung bigger impact why we as a government needs to address stunting.
So some call it linear growth failure, no? Or sa Filipino, 'di ba, yung well, is there another word for bansot or pagbabansot sa in our Filipino language? to
Bansot
describe-
is the term for
Yes.
stunting, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and basically it's a linear growth failure.
I prefer to call it impaired cognitive
Impaired
development.
cognitive.
So what we're scared of is
Yes.
the impaired cognitive
So
development.
in other words, when the mother is healthy and the child is has the proper nutrition upbringing in the first 1,000 days, he's free from potential stunting, no? But number one cause ng stunting is nutrition.
Yes, both the actual nutrition of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, but also micronutrients like iron,
Okay.
folic acid, which also allows the brain to develop.
Which over the years, as you said, 44%, that probably 60s or 70s. That's why over the years, for example, yung mga salt na may iron or yung, there's been developments all over, di ba? Of course, labeling ng foods para alam natin kapag anong nutrition, prenatal check-ups na ini-encourage, etc. No? But the point I want to make, which you agreed with naman last year, is that somehow our strategy is not working, or if it's not working enough. Diba? As I said kanina, ang stunting kasi parang sunog eh. Either napatay mo o hindi. Diba? Kasi yung sunog, pag sinabi ko sa iyo, 50% napatay na namin, that's good news. Pero pag hindi mo napatay yung other 50%, lalaki ulit yung yung sunog. So ang problema sa stunting, if it's that big, 30% ang endangered, 23% ang stunted, at what age pala, sir, does this become irreversible?
About 6. So that's our problem, Mr. President. As you said correctly, medyo we've been doing the same thing over the years. We've given our budget highest to the Department of Education. Nando dun yung feeding program natin. But the people that go to DepEd on the public school is already above 6. So kung na-stunt na yung brain nila before the first 1,000 days, kahit i-feed natin sila, hindi na natin na-reverse. Yun yung sinasabi yung linear growth regression. So what happens is, we talked about this in the cabinet, nag-usap-usap kami to try to put this. So now nutrition is one of those included in convergence budgeting. Kasi nga, nung
So,
nakita
can you
namin...
explain that? So nung
So,
nag-usap
nangyari,
kayo, pumayag si Sec
President.
Sani and si Sec
Yes.
Rex.
So nakita nila so what happens in feeding is the first 1,000 days is DOH talaga, yung buntis, yung antenatal checkup, yung bakuna sa bata, and the vitamins for the first up to 2 years old. Pagdating sa before school age, it's DSWD. So yung feeding program